Africa, as I do the Silent War report, I must report on the neo-Nazis and their ultimate vision. Now, if you see what Australia look like, and you see what happened to the Aboriginals, how many Aboriginals left? Okay, now let me go to the Native Indians. Remember they used to be darker skinned and shit? When you see them now, what color they is? What you think gonna happen to Africa? What you think Nigeria gonna be? The Nigerian male is gonna be a black-haired man who worships a blonde man. You wanna bet me? And then it's gonna have a Kanye nigga singing, "He has so much power and I love him." And so, that come funny stuff as we return and we remember that even the Chinese, they have already become less yellow as they pursue the white, right? The Japanese have gotten white. The Spanish have gotten mostly white. Yeah, the ones like Fat Joe is albino motherfucker. Motherfuckers used to look like Bo Jackson and be Spanish. And so, as the Middle East has already worked its way down, and India is at that point, the ones like my color, they better leave now. Cause trust me, it's gonna be a mass, a funny way, where the ones who's close to the color of snow is gonna rule your nation and get all the land. Eventually, in the family, they always gonna become the favorite. They always work down to that. And so, for generations of those beautiful-haired black people in India, I miss y'all. I hope y'all doing well. Y'all survive. People survive. I know they're doing y'all bad down there, but y'all survive, please. Buddha bless you. And so, when Africa becomes the new Australia, and the black-haired white man is the main population size in order of all the land in Nigeria, as they work their way to the Ethiopia again, and as they go after Kenya, Soweto, and Rwanda. But Rwanda has a problem, so we have to protect the lighter skins down there, because there is a problem. And then in Haiti there's a problem too, because the son was trying to do something, and then they kill him, and then, they had turned on Makut. And guess what he did? He did just what the fucking thing do with Rwanda to the motherfucking brown skin one started the mixed one. And so that is how I scared when we see your brother saying, "Oh, your shade is just not right." I said, they tell me one job, and now you say my shade was one job good enough then, and now they one job good enough there now. And so, long ago, there were many black people from a lot of places who went to all these places, who was running from certain types of black people in Africa. And neo-Nazis, that's your origin story for existence. Some of you were just from the albino ones that was running from the certain ones that was in Africa. But y'all might have been running for the wrong reason, as we see what y'all are now. So we see why y'all are what y'all are. And they're not all bad ones. There are good ones all over the place. I said neo-Nazi, I never said German. Let's get this right. Let's proper. Let's not be racist. Okay, buddy? Cheers. Who wants to take this bet with me? Who wants to bet me that the first white person with blue hair and blonde eyes was born in Africa from a black mother who had a certain diet before it was born, or before white people had a nation anywhere else, and they didn't start from anywhere but a black mother on earth in human species. Now in other animals, other colors start from different variations. In the dog, we are not certain which color comes first exactly. There are variations in the color from different spectrums in different animals, but in humans it is black. So there are white people with claims to land rights, with genetic ancestral history and ties to Africa, naturally. And so, as we return to funny stuff, I would like all my white friends to say, just sorry if you ever tried to use this story or this line, but when you try to say white slavery existed as well, yes it did, right? But y'all have to remember with this, the white slavery was like the black slavery, because the blacks had slavery too with blacks, and that type of slavery was you could work yourself out of that debt, because it was a punishment, like in the Roman Empire, where they could be slaves or warriors until they become certain citizens and gain citizenship. And so, and even from the conquered, when they assimilated, conquered, and just brought elements of those society, as they said, I will take what I want from the Viking mentality, we will come to your shores, rape and take. And so, over the history, there's been people who's been dipping from people who've been taken. And so, like from caveman days, there's been Cro-Magnon and Cro-Magnum. And to me, those are the brutish ones that is forced take and make it happen. You ain't supposed to force take and make it happen. It's supposed to be agreed upon, and it happens. But Cro-Magnon don't understand that. No, they don't. They just understand, I want what I want. I desire what I desire. I am who I am, and I must have what I want at all times. Because I am who I am born this way, and I must have whatever I want. It's just me. And so, as we try to evolve human society, and people don't still understand why we ain't evolving anymore. You think this earth wasn't good give this to mankind anymore? It don't have to separate the continents for a reason. And yes, and some people gotta remember, sometimes when bad weather comes, yes, you've been causing bad juju, and you've been hexed. And so, you're going to suffer where you could profit the most. And so, hopefully you tune into another episode of Funny Stuff if I survive with my sharp mouth. But I'm gonna slap them every time. See you next time on Funny Stuff. And so, back to Funny Stuff. What we do have to remember, the white race did originate in Africa, and so they would be a child of Africans, and so they would have land claim and genetic land claim as well. This just needs to be done sensible and not hoggish and as brutish as it has been done. But white people would have claim to land would have claim to land in Africa out of genetic, just from the original mother giving birth to the first white child. That's how it happened. So that child would have rights, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have a percentage. And so we have to do this sensibly. And so we have to think about this logically. And as we want to keep increasing our lines, we have to watch how people try to force their line on others. So, for there to be a point where there was no more of that type of race that was naturally there, and that comprehension not understood, that means something evil happened there to cause that in the first place. And there's something that's been going on that we are missing. Part of the problem was how Africans intentionally said, just listen to what I say, and you can see it in certain religions how they had it for a point. Just listen, don't read it, don't even read it for yourself. Just listen to what I say and take what I say as gospel. Don't read the exact words. That's why you gotta read what you're listening to as well. You cannot just listen to the words, because then it can be anything. Mouth can say anything. To me, the evidence of this was what happened in China. In China, they erased 500 years of history. And so, with slavery, that helped erase a lot of what's been going on, and we are not sure of a lot of certain things. And so, the first Chinese and the first Japanese too, all of them, their first origin points would have been from Africa. Now, there have been varying reasons why different ones left. Remember that different tribes left because of war type of mentalities, and different tribes left like the Arawaks for a peace type of mentality, getting away from the violence. And so there are different spectrums on the balance, and different ones left for different reasons. What's scary about Africa is what happened in Rwanda. They went so far as they killed all of a certain skin colors over a certain line there too. And that was from the blacks. People are missing that we have that within us. We have it within us as well, to do that to even just a certain variation. In Haiti, it happened again with Tonton Macoute. To skin variations to the mixed children, they were slaughtered. There's something wrong with the natural black race as well. It has that narrow-minded, black, Nazi type of mindset. So laughs and giggles. Enjoy your day.